Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering video. So I think a couple of weeks ago Wizards released the new gift pack. This is the new design one, so big change up from the original gift box, which was they got to the point with the gift boxes where they're actually coming out twice a year to coincide with the larger sets, and we moved to the 2-set blocks. Now they've had a complete redesign. These are more like the sort of things you might see with Pokemon, and it'll be interesting to see whether we're going to get 2 a year or whether we're going to get go back to the sort of November, December time release with these. Anyway, time will tell. So like I say, big redesign. I actually preferred the gift box. I found the large card box very useful, and you got 5 booster packs in there and a lot more land. The focus now, they sort of moved over to sort of foil cards. I think we've got 3 boosters from more recent sets, and they've got a spin down counter now as well, and I think there's a poster in here somewhere. There we go, yep. So we got an exclusive poster, 3 15-card booster packs, 5 premium land cards, 2 premium creature cards, and a spin down life counter. So we'll open this up, take a look at the foils and the other things that are in here, and then crack those boosters. So first up, let's have a look at this poster. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So this material that they have made this out of, it is pretty flimsy. It's not quite paper. There is a sort of card-like quality to it, but it's not super heavy, and you certainly couldn't use it. It's pretty small. If you look at the playmat I've got behind here, only seeing a small amount of a playmat, so you couldn't really use it as a playmat even if you laminated it or put something on it to protect it. Okay, so I'm running out of room here. Let's try that. Okay, so let's have a look at the 2 foil cards. It's funny, the packaging on this is actually pretty excessive. The top part of this box feels really heavy. This plastic here is super thick, and I'm assuming I've done that deliberately. Sort of like almost like an anti-theft thing, or to stop people sort of cracking these open and stealing the contents out of them. Okay, so here are 2 foil creatures. We've got Kari Zev, Skyship Raider. That's 1 and a red, legendary creature, human pirate, first strike menace. Whenever Kari Zev Skyship Raider attacks, create a legendary 2/1 red monkey creature token named Ragavan that's tapped and attacking. Exile that token at end of combat. And you can see there, if I move that around in the light here, that's a foil one. And we have Metalwork Colossus, 11 to cast for a 10/10 artifact creature construct. Metalwork Colossus costs X less to cast, where X is the total converted mana cost of non-creature artifacts you control. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, return Metalwork Colossus from your graveyard to your hand. And again, you can sort of see the foiling on that. So let's look at these special lands. Again, we've got full cards here. We're getting a little bit of a bend, but it's not too bad. Let's see if I can get these all on camera first of all. So there's just one from each. So there's all 5 laid out, and the trick here is see if you can sort of spot the shooting star. They've each got a shooting star on. So there's the one on the plains, island, swamp, mountain, and I don't know how clear that is on the forest there. Turn around, you can see these are all nicely foiled. This has been sitting in the box now, and you can see already we're getting a little bit of a bend, but again, as people have noticed generally, we're sort of now unfortunately seeing that with non-foils as well. And also there's an interesting mottled effect on the bottom button, again how clear that is on the camera, in the area where they've got the mana symbol there, like a marbling. I'm just going to zoom in onto these just so you can see the artwork a bit better on here. I know, like me, a lot of people that watch the channel are very interested in the artwork for basic lands. So there we have the plains. As I move this around again, you should be able to just see the foiling on that. It's pretty subtle in places, and often with the foil lands, you tend to find that the border in some way stands out a lot more than the actual artwork, but again it just depends on the artwork. Got the island there. You can see the sort of catching that sea mist or foam there. It's catching that quite nicely. These also have that sort of promo logo on them with the sort of firework burst. We have the swamp. The mountain. And the forest there. Just trying to catch that foiling in the light there so you can sort of see the little nuances. Have a quick look at the spin down counter before we move on to the packs. So we have the sort of regular Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering logo on there. That they use for the Magic the Gathering product. You can see that's a red dye with a sort of blue mottling there. And what we'll do, we'll open up these packs. We'll go through in release order. So we'll start off with our Amonkhet, and then go on to our Devastation, and then our Ixalan pack. Yep, that's right. Think for a minute. So first up we've got our commons. We've got Bloodlust Inciter, Sacred Cat, Compelling Argument, Wandering Death, Greater Sandworm, Scribe of the Mindful, Honed Kopesh, Bitterblade Warrior, Neff Crop Entangler, Cartouche of Ambition, Open into Wander, so we're moving on to our uncommons, Watchers of the Dead, Merciless Javelineer, New Perspectives are rare, so 5 and a blue enchantment. When New Perspectives enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. As long as you have 7 or more cards in hand, you may pay 0 rather than pay cycling costs. You have a swamp and one of these sort of Amonkhet reminder cards where you can take out the little tags here to remind the various status of cards and things like brick tokens and -1/-1 tokens. Blur of Blades, Avon Reed Stalker, Mummy Paramount, Moaning Wall, Bitter Bow Sharpshooters, Torment of Venom, Gilded Ceradon, Feral Prowler, Desert of the Indomitable, Graven Abomination, Magmaroth, so we're moving on to our uncommons, Bane Whip Punisher, Desert's Hold. Our rare is Pride Sovereign, 2 and a green creature cat. Pride Sovereign gets +1/+1 for each other cat you control. And then for white and tap, exert Pride Sovereign, create 2/1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step, and that's a 2/2. Got a swamp and a cat token. And then finally our Ixalan pack, so we're right up to date. Most recent release set. Dual Shot, Slash of Talons, Mark of the Vampire, Shore Strike, Deeproot Warrior, Siren Lookout, Demystify, Contract Killing, Hijack, Water Trap Weaver, moving on to our uncommons, Sentinel Totem, Lightning Rig Crew, Imperial Aerosaur. Our rare is Dreamcaller Siren, so it's 2 blue for 3/3 creature siren pirate with flash and flying. Dreamcaller Siren can block only creatures with flying. When Dreamcaller Siren enters the battlefield, if you control another pirate, tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. And we have a forest and a treasure token. So there we have our new style gift pack, released in actually it would be in October. It's November now, but this came out in October, so October 2017. So with our 3 boosters, our 2 foil creatures, our 5 special foil land, our spin down counter, and our poster there we were looking at as well. So there we have it for that unboxing. If anybody's wondering about the next Saturday morning nostalgia year, or next Saturday morning nostalgia video, because we've got another one of those to do. So the next one up, I think, is 2013, and I'm all sort of ready for that. But as we got some more Magic product coming out, I'm going to do some more unboxings before then. So we've got a new dual deck coming out next week, so that's something I'll be doing. And then we've got another master set as well, so I'm just going to open a few packs from that. Plus, one of the reasons why there's been a gap recently of a couple of weeks when I've not done anything is I've been down in Toronto. I always do a trip down to Toronto, check in with family down there, and get to visit a few gaming shops and various other things. Bit of a sad trip this time, because I noticed like some of my favourite shops in Toronto area have either shut down, in the case of Sunrise Records. In fact, a couple of record shops down there had shut down, and I think some gaming shops had sort of moved as well. Still got to go into 401 Games, although it's interesting, I'm noticing now, as you know, Magic is getting up, or as older decks get bought, I'm seeing a lot less of the older theme style packs, because whenever I went to Toronto, I always used to pick up a theme pack, and the funny thing was the only one that they had down there was I think Azorius Ascendancy, which I'd already done an unboxing for in 2011, so I wasn't really able to pick up anything super interesting. But I did pick up a couple of different types of decks, nothing to do with Magic, and I'm going to do unboxings for those at some point, so just give you a different aspect of the other sorts of decks of cards that I'm interested in beyond just gaming decks. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.